According to sources, the Chargers are not gonna move off Brandon Staley. They fired the OC. Was Joe Lombardi? Does that sound right?
Interesting decision.
I'm sorry, but like when you have Justin Herbert and you have that talent, and you've now underachieved 2 straight years. First of all, you missed the playoffs first year, and I get as a rookie coach, like it's tough, but it's really not tough when you have Justin Herbert. Like I'm sorry, it shouldn't be that hard when you have Justin Herbert. And also, here's the thing that concerns me is that he's a defensive coach, and his defense sucks.
It's really bad.
And you went out and you spent big money on Khalil Mack. You spent big money on J.C. Jackson. You already have Derwin James, who you're paying a lot of money to. Joey Bosa's a stud.
And none of it's panning out. None of it.
None of it. None of it. And your defense still sucks. And you're a defensive coach. Like, that's your side of the ball. Right? I know we talk about it a lot. Like, even Brian Flores, when he was in Miami, right, wasn't perfect. It was choppy. But by week 6 of his first year, you were like, oh, the defense is good. Don't got to worry about them getting blown out by like 40. Right? Like, defense is going to keep them in it at least a little bit. Right? By like week 6 or 7. Staley's defense is still really bad. 27-point lead. That should be safe with a defensive coach all day long. All day long. You should be able to run the football, get a couple clever play actions here and there to keep moving the chains, and hold up and don't hemorrhage points like they did. Like, you should be able to hold up a 27-point lead as a defensive coach. There's no excuse for it. There's no excuse to miss the playoffs the first year. So, I hate being like, oh, go fire him, right? Do this, that, make somebody lose their job. That's ridiculous, right? But you have a window to win, right? We've seen Mahomes on his rookie deal. Jared Goff, when he was on his rookie deal, got to a Super Bowl, right? There was a stat at one point that you couldn't make more than Tom Brady and win a Super Bowl, right? Like, it's guys that aren't making a ton of money. And a great way with a young stud is because they're not making a ton of money, so you can build around them, put pieces in place. Because what happened in 2 years when you had to pay Justin Herbert $45 million a year? Well, then you can't afford the $20 million a year center, right? You can't afford the 21 a year edge rusher, right? You just can't. It is what it is. And so your time to capitalize, your window is now. It's now. You have to make the most of Justin Herbert, and you're just not. You can't keep wasting years. And so if I was the Chargers, I would finally make a big swing. They don't normally make big swings, and it bothers me. It really does. Especially when they have so much talent, and they've always had one of the most talented rosters. It seems like almost every year you're like, oh, the Chargers are a team to watch. Even when they had Phillip Rivers, right? And it never pans out to anything. Make a big swing. Pivot to offense. Because, believe it or not, that's the best job on the market, right? You, as a Chargers owner, Chargers administrator, right, front office guy, you are the best job on the market if you were to open that job up, right? Because you have Justin Herbert. Period. He's a top 3 talent in the game right now. Top 5, bare minimum. 6'6", moves, big arm, pretty durable, tough guy. What, 4.2 something, college major? Like, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Like, you gotta capitalize. Now, you're telling me Sean Payton wouldn't be interested?
I was just about to bring him up. We talked.
Sean Payton would jump all over that.
Great offensive head coach. So much experience. So much wealth that he could bring to that team.
What he would be able to do for Justin Herbert? You think Herbert's good now?
You wait until Sean Payton gets a hold of him.
Could you imagine?
Surround him with weapons and surround him with everything that he needs to
a clever offensive scheme, an actual offensive identity.
Maybe not going for it every time it's 4th and 15 like you're playing Madden.
It'd be ideal, wouldn't it? It'd be great. I think he would fit perfectly with the team.
It would be a step up.
I don't know if the Chargers know it, but that would be 100% the spot he would go to. I'm sorry, but like Sean Payton, that's your spot if that job were to open up. And I think he knows it. He probably knows it.
Do you think he chooses...
Sean's not dumb.
I mean, go through the coaching vacancies already that we can see. Do you
Carolina, Houston, absolutely not. Wouldn't even think about it.
No, because Carolina is in the middle of a absolute tear down, rip the studs out, even destroy the foundation and start all over again.
Indianapolis?
So he's not going there. He's not going to Indy. Definitely not going to Indy.
Certainly not go to Indy. Denver? Like...
Maybe Denver.
Maybe you could turn Russ around, but you have no draft capital, and you're about to start paying Russ, $50-some million a year?
Yeah,
That's
maybe
ridiculous.
Denver, but you're going to be in cap hell. You're going to be constrained the whole time. You're going to have handcuffs on. You're not going to be able to do anything.
That's it right now, but I wouldn't.
Then
if the Chargers would open up.
The Chargers, if they open up.
If the Chargers would open up, it's so not even close that's the best job on the list. It's not even a discussion.
You get one of the best young quarterbacks in the league.
A good veteran receiver, Keenan Allen.
An
You have a
improving-ish offensive line.
Really, really nice left tackle, Rashawn
Yeah.
Slater, young
Yeah.
guy. Corey Lindsley's the center they locked up a couple years back. He'll be there for another year or two, I think. Khalil Mack just signed. J.C. Jackson just signed.
Yeah.
They're still in the prime of their career.
They got pieces, and they have the cornerstones, which is what you need to at least come in and start to
Left
get
tackle,
something a little rolling.
Left tackle, quarterback, edge rusher.
Yep, they got this.
They're there.
Now go get some weapons, and you're fine. You know.
Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more.